today, 2015. And so thankful for each and every single one of them that are here today and what they mean to our families. We thank you today for $3,142. Thank you so much for that. You got your Bibles? Let's turn to Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 22. I want to take just one verse of scripture this morning. And I want to take a thought this morning on a few good men. A few good men. You know, I think it was, I don't know, maybe the Marines or the Army or somebody had a slogan or just maybe still have it or something like that, a few good men. And you know, when we begin to think about this just a little bit, no difference really. We need a few good men in our churches, in our families, in our country, in our world today. We need more than a few. We need a whole lot. Amen. And I want to look here just a little bit at a verse in Ezekiel, chapter 22, a few good men. And verse 30 says this. And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none. We're beginning today thinking about our thought of few good men. And you know, when we begin to think about men sometimes they do some really odd things. My wife would probably say, amen. You know, as I get older and things, my eyes don't work as good, my ears certainly don't. I guess thumping on the guitar all these years and riding a loud motorcycle has just kind of took its toll a little bit on my hearing. And she'll say something to me, and she says, I noticed she started turning the volume up a couple of notches, and she's almost yelling at me at times because I just about all the time I'm saying, huh? And so I'm sure I get on her nerves a little bit about that. But I found something today that I wanted to share with you just a little bit. And some of these things are a little bit funny. You begin to look at definitions of things that men say. You women truly don't understand what we're saying so many times. And I just want to give you a translation for some of these for your future benefit. You know, when a man sometimes says, it will take too long to explain, what he's really saying is this: I have no idea how this works. Now, I've used that line before. It takes too long to explain, and I know my kids and my wife's thinking, he ain't got a clue. Well, that's one you can use. When you begin to, when a man says, take a break, honey, you're working too hard, what he really means is this: I can't hear the ball game over that vacuum cleaner. I've been there before. My wife, when she gets the vacuum out, she vacuums the entire house, and it's just like, oh, why did she pick this time to do it? When a man says, that's interesting, dear, he really means, are you still talking? I won't be in trouble when I get home. When a man says it's a guy thing, what he really means is there's no rational thought pattern connected with this. And you have no chance at all of making it logical. That's true. When a man says, can I help honey with dinner? What he really means is, why ain't it ready yet? I don't say much. I did cook supper last night. I made a good mess too. She cleaned it up. When a man says, sure honey, or yes dear, he means absolutely nothing. It's just a conditioned response. When a man says, you know how bad my memory is, he really means is I can remember everything back to the theme song from Hogan's Heroes, the phone number of the first girl I ever knew, the vehicle identification numbers of every car I've ever owned, but yes, I forgot your birthday. When a man says, oh, don't fuss, I just cut myself, it's no big deal, honey, what he really means is he's probably severed off several fingers, he's about to bleed to death, but before I admit I'm hurt, I'd get over here and help me. I'm not going to say a word. When a man says, I can't find it, oh man, this one, this nails me right up. Oh, my wife's over there sitting on ready. When a man says, I can't find it, what he really means is it didn't fall into his outstretched hand. So I'm completely clueless. My wife moves everything that I have. I'll come in and I'll say, where's my knife or this? And she said, I didn't touch it. And I said, yeah, it did. It was right there. And she said, no, I didn't touch it. And sure enough, after I looked, picked up something, there it is. She said, I told you. But I will tell this good one on her. One night this week, what was it? Wednesday night, wasn't it? Yeah, she's just going to kill her. Wednesday night, we went over and got a little bite to eat after church at the Huddle House, and she said, tomorrow I've got to take your mom to the hospital. Said, I need you to put some gas in my car. She said, but I'd like to have a Frosty from Wendy's. I said, okay. So I pull in to the pilot, and I get out, and I pump $25 or $30 worth of gas in her car. And I get back in, and I drive around and take us through the drive-thru and get her Frosty. And I think about the time we got home, she said, so, you're not going to get me any gas? I said, where was you at when I pumped $30 in? She said, did you do that? I said, sure did. You were sitting in the car. I get to her. She said, oh well, don't tell anybody this. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait to get to church to rattle this one off. I looked at her and I said, you okay? She said, in the car while I pumped it in. And she said, well, we aren't going to get any? I guess so. All right. When a man says, you look terrific, what he really means is, please don't try on one more outfit. We're late and I'm starving. I've been there. When a man says, I'm not lost, I know exactly where we are, he really means nobody's ever going to see us alive again. I've been there. My wife said, amen. When a man says, I don't think I can go today, what he really means is shopping is not a sport. And no, I'm never going to think of it that way. My wife loves to shop. My wife is a thrift store shopper. Those of you that know her know that to be the case. She can spend an entire lifetime in a thrift store. And come home. She came home, was it yesterday you went? And come home and she said, look at all of my prizes I got today. And she had a whole big old sack full of stuff. You know, normally you think, man, she spent $120. But she said, $15 in this bag. So I'm trying to watch the U.S. Open while she's wanting to explain all of her wonderful finds from the thrift store. And she'll pull one out and she'll say, hey, what do you think? This is cute, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I heard her say, you're not looking. I said, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm looking at that and this too. So she went through everything there, but she enjoys shopping, and I'm thankful it only costs $15. When a man says, I don't remember saying that, what he really means is because anything I may have said 6 months ago is inadmissible in an argument. In fact, all past comments become null and void after 7 days. I understand that. And if your husband says, honey, what color is this? He really means that all men see in only 16 colors, okay? You know, peach, for example, is not a fruit. It's a fruit, not a color. Pumpkin's also a fruit, okay? I have no idea what taupe is. You know, my wife comes and she says, this will look good with this. This is so cute. How does clothes get cute? I've wondered about that, but that's a woman thing. But that's just something, ladies, you can have here on Father's Day to share and remember when your husband says some of these crazy things. But today I want to take a thought